Well, greetings from Wilmington, North Carolina. This video is going to discuss how do you replace the glass door panels, the glass panels in the door. So here's our new ones, and we're getting ready to replace these two panels here. And the first thing you run into is a question about, okay, when you look, focus a little bit, yeah, you see this little plug that's got to come out. The question is, how do you get that plug out? So let me show you how we did it. It really worked good. I've tried several ways. Okay, so we're going to pull that plug out, and I found the best method is just to use a sheetrock screw, because you take the sheetrock screw and you put it in the center, and it will actually dig right into it, and you can pop it right out. Okay. Cut off. Okay, now of course you want to get the screw back so you can reuse them. Of course, I've got a whole box of them, but anyway, so here you go. Here's how you get the screw out. Just grab it in a pair of pliers like this. Take a screwdriver and wait a minute, we're gonna get it. And back it right out. And the screw's ready to use again. All right, there you go. And of course, after you got all the plugs out, then you start pulling all the screws out. And just go from one to the next. Go right on around up there. Okay, now we are pulling off the outside molding. I removed all the screws from the inside molding with the exception of two to keep the glass from falling in. And then I use a putty knife just to get the thing started. After I get it started, open it up enough, I got this small ball peen hammer. Get the peen caught behind the door and it'll slide right down that slot, and it'll go right around it and pop it off. Let you know how it turns out. Okay, so once you got the old door out, and you got to have somebody hold it on the inside so it doesn't fall in, because once you take the outside piece off here, the whole glass will fall out, so you got to be careful of that too. Now once you get it out, then you're left with a little bit of paint. Yeah, let me get a picture of the paint. Okay, you got a little bit of paint overlap there, and you just take your putty knife and run along there and just smooth it out on the inside, because there's a seal built into it. Okay, on the outside, whoever put in the original doors put on all this sealer on it, which is all got to come off, and I got to flatten out the paint too. So that's what we're up to now, and I got a nice sharp putty knife, chisel rather, and here we go. Okay, so when you get done scraping, you should have a nice smooth edge here. I had to take off the sealer they put on, but the new doors come with a gasket built into the door, so no sealer required. But get it good and smooth so that seal will seal. Okay, so what we're going to do now is install the outside frame, and then I'm going to get my wife to push in on the outside frame while I set the glass from the inside on top of the outside frame, and then I'll install the inside frame and get some screws started before she lets go. Okay, so my wife held the frame in from the outside. I set the glass in. We got the inside frame in. I got a couple of screws in it with a screwdriver. I got some more screws in it with a screwdriver. Once I was sure that both frames were matching up properly, I just started installing screws with the regular drill with the lowest torque setting possible. And it makes life a lot easier. Lowest torque setting. All right. And of course, after you've got them all set with the screwdriver, the lowest torque setting, then you come back and you check the final torque with your screwdriver just to make sure they're all the same. All right. bit of follow-up. After we got the molding tightened up all the way around, there were still some gaps between the molding and the door frame that I didn't care for. So we ended up putting sealant on that just to make sure there were no leaks. God bless you guys and have a great day. Bye now.